Alright, hey guys, I'm TCG back in the video. With this video, we're bringing you guys some Unchained duels. So let's get started here. So here, this is, I'm going first in this duel. This is against Dark World. I'm going to be setting my trap, as you guys have seen in the combos video. It's just so I can get out my Shavara. And now the nice thing about Abominable Unchained is that I want to just get it out, just have another monster out here. It's going to make it easier to link summon, and also it gives me more space in case I need to exceed summon, which you're going to see here. So now I'm going to summon my Shyama, get myself the King Yama, search out a card. Then since Arusha has the same effect as Sharar here, we're going to actually be able to switch summon it out. And I like just having the 2 level 6 monsters, so I can go into DDD Wave Hive King Caesar. And then here, of course, I have the Unchained Soul of Rage. And now this is when my opponent hits me with the Dark Ruler no more, which really sucked. Made it very difficult for me to play past this point. Obviously, since he's playing Dark World, he's just trying to get out some beater monsters in the form of Grapha. And of course, since there's danger monsters, he could also rely on that in case he wants to get something big like Nessie or Bigfoot. That just makes it difficult for me to play through it. So here you can see he's just trying to build up his hand, as Dark World does. You can see he gets out his first Grapha. So skill drain here is on the board, so you're going to see that's going to be really annoying in the next turn. But I can't really do much here, as he just negated everything that I have, so I'm just going to have to let it play out. I'm going to get out my Abominable Unchained Soul, get out another trap. So it's just some things to have on the board, just so I don't have to worry too much. He's going to get out his Numeron Dragon. He's not going to be able to actually hit me for game here, because he did use Dark Ruler no more. And here I'm going to choose to use Sharvara's effect during my opponent's turn, just so that during the next turn I can use Unchained Soul of Disaster. So I thought that this would be an okay setup. I'm going to try to use my opponent's monsters for a link summon, but of course he hits me with the skill drain. So that plan goes out of the window. And now I just want to go into the Underworld Goddess here. That's what I end up doing. I end up just clearing everything that's annoying to me right now and just going with the Underworld Goddess. Setting a trap card. Attack here. Hit my opponent for a good amount of damage. So he's going to get out his Grapha. Use the Dark World Archive. So this is just his way of building up his monster's attack, which is pretty annoying. And now he's going to attack. I'm going to activate my Escape of the Unchained. This is just to get rid of my opponent's Grapha. I need to buy myself some time. And then because Abominable Unchained Soul was destroyed during the end phase, I can bring it back out. And now I'm just going to attack just to do some damage. It's pretty, even though like it seems that I'm winning here since my opponent only has 700 life points, it is pretty difficult to not notice that his hand is pretty stacked. And since he simplified the game state here, but just having skill drain, it makes it very difficult for me to play past this. So he's just going to continue to extend by drawing a bunch of cards, discarding cards, activating effects as you do here. And since the Dark World monsters that I covered, as well as the danger monsters have high attack, he can rely on that, so he's just building up his board here. He's doing a great job at doing that as well. So you can see here, he has a lot of beefy monsters here. And now I'm just trying to buy time. I'm trying to shuffle through my monsters. Go into the Rakea. Go into the Abominable Unchained Soul. And yeah, I have pretty much no Unchained monsters left. So once I draw the Dark Ruler no more, I realize that it's probably the end for this duel here. And my opponent did a really good job here. I think there were some places where I could have played a little better. Dark Ruler no more, definitely pretty difficult for me to get past that. And I think the Underworld Goddess did help, but I just needed more ways to reduce his way of simplifying the game state. But let's go to the next duel. Alright guys, so this is the next duel that I have for you. So this is against KASHIRTA. So I'm going to be going first. I'm going to use Pot of Prosperity. So here, since I actually do like the extra deck quite a bit, for Unchained, I just decided to get rid of a couple of the extra copies that I have, as well as the Muckraker, just in case I don't have a way to utilize it. But you can see that I don't really have much that I can do. I can't use Sorama's effect here, as I need to target an Unchained card in my grave, and I don't currently have one, so I'm not going to be able to pop off using that. So knowing that, I'm just going to try to play through this. He's going to use Fenrir here. I'm going to prevent him from searching out. Doesn't really matter though, because he can use Papyrus here. Get himself his Unicorn. Then he's going to use Birth. And now he set himself with the Shangri-Ira. And now I'm just going to get my Sorama here. Just thought it was a good chance to get this out, since I want to be able to activate the trap during my turn here. And now that I actually have this set up board, I can go for setting up my trap, and then special summon out my Sharvaro. And here he sets up his Macrocosmos, which is really annoying. I'm still going to be able to activate my pop effects, which is good, but you can see that he's banishing a lot of things, and it's pretty annoying. But this is why I like running one copy of Unchained Soul of Disaster. I'm just going to be able to quickly use my opponent's monster, get my Link 2 here, and then go into my Link 3 in the form of Unchained Soul of Anguish and get rid of his Fenrir as well. Go into the Abomination, and then just try to draw 2 cards using Triple Tactic Talents. Maybe see if I could extend from there, but obviously hit me with the Ash Blossom. So now I'm going to attack, and then during the end phase, since he has Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos, it only makes sense to go for the Catch Their Birth, which would really be annoying to deal with during my opponent's turn. So he's getting desperate here. During the end phase, I'm just going to be able to pop another card. Evenly Match is pretty useless in his hand here. I'm going to be able to attack once again. Set the Imperm, which is good to see. Start clearing the banished cards here. And yeah, it was a pretty simple win. We were just able to clear my opponent's board, even though he set up Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, which you saw was pretty annoying and difficult to play past. Okay guys, so this is the deck list that I used. So you can see that there's a couple changes. If you've seen the deck profile, I did end up dropping one Venus Rhino. Like the commenter said, I do think just one copy is good enough, as you do really just need it for the combo here, using Tour Guide from the Underworld. But you're still able to utilize it, which is good. As you've seen in the duel, I was able to use it once, even though I didn't have the Tour Guide. And as for the extra deck, I did end up dropping one copy of the Abomination. I do think that just because it's a high link monster, you're not going to go into it a lot. So you can definitely just work with 2 copies. Underworld Goddess of the Closed World was also a recommendation for me, and I think it works really well, and it's kind of in theme with the deck, just being able to utilize your opponent's monsters in order to link climb. So it's good. This is just a great way of utilizing your opponent's monsters, and as you saw, even being hit with the skill drain, I'm going to be able to use my opponent's monsters, and it's annoying for them. And Zeus, because again, like a commenter pointed out, Zeus isn't really needed here. It's not often they're going to go into Zeus, so you don't really need it, and you get locked into Fiend monsters anyway, so the only time you're going to be able to utilize a card like this is if your Exceed monster is able to survive a turn, which was the reason why I first included it, but I decided that it is pretty rare that that's going to happen. But if you guys want to see more Unchained content, there's going to be a deck profile and combos that you're going to see in the end here that's going to play for you guys, and you guys can check that out. But if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.